Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another DC Worlds Collide video. Hope everyone's doing great. The Joker's here. I watched Mr. Squirrel stream last night. He had incredible luck. I seen the guy on Discord pop 3 and a 10 pull. That is awesome. So happy for all you people out there on Discord and everything that are posting your double and even hell your triple hits on the Joker. That is fantastic. But what I want to talk about today is maybe the rest of us. Who knows? Because there's going to be a lot of us that aren't going to get the Joker. Uh, especially us free-to-play people. I probably won't get there. I got 26. I can buy another 25. That's not going to get me to pity. So unless I get lucky, you know, I'm not going to get the Joker. And I just wanted to talk about what you do if you don't, or what I'm going to do if you don't, and then you can make your own decisions. But because it's a reality for a lot of us that don't put any money into this game, that we're not going to get the Joker, and that's that comes with the way you play the game if you're free to play. And I'm all right with that, but it's a reality we have to face. So let's hop in and let's talk about uh, what you do if you don't get the Joker, especially with the store here, and what I'm going to do and what kind of I'm looking at trying to do. And then definitely let me know in the comments, especially if you're free to play. Are you going to be able to get the Joker? Are you near pity? Maybe you're just going to outright skip him after last night. Maybe you've seen him plus gameplay and thought, I don't need him. Let me know in the comments. But anyways, let's jump into this. The first thing you have to try to do is you have to still try to do your missions. You need to get that currency. This is what makes the store work. Now, I won't lie, I will struggle with upgrade equipment. Or no, I'm sorry, level up characters 5 times. The level matrix is expensive. I mean, look at this. To go up 5 costs me over 1,000,000 gold. Almost about 1.3 million gold, 1.4. That's a lot of gold, you know. So I'm not sure if that's a pace I can keep up for with 2 weeks. Uh, it's gonna be tough. I'll try. I'll do as many as I can because it's important. One, to level up your characters. It helps, you know. But also, like I said, you want that currency. So definitely try to be doing that. Especially, I know at that level 300, it gets really expensive. But if you're not there yet, definitely try to keep up on that. Sorry, guys. The other one is just make sure you're upgrading a piece of equipment. I'm going to have to change my strategy a little bit. I've been working on this really nice Epic Tier 3 piece with Wonder Woman. Really wanting to get to 30 so I can get that extra attack bonus and slap that defense on her to give her some more survivability. But I'm going to have to scale that back. I think what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to come down here to Cheshire, who has a little bit cheaper piece, which this will be replaced with something that has an attack percentage, and we'll probably work on that. I would definitely want to get her attack going now that she's in the desires. I'd like to get her to 10 as quickly as possible, and that's kind of my plan. So, make those adjustments if you need to. Again, gold is tight. This stuff costs gold. If I even just to do one level of this Epic 3 piece here, a lot of cash. There you go. Almost 1,000,000 for one level. Once you get between 20 and 30, like I've said in a couple of other previous videos, is absolutely insanity expensive with the gold. If I wanted to just top it off, it would cost me 5.8 million. I mean, just 1,000,000 a level. So, if you got to scale some things back and do some of the easy stuff and the cheaper stuff, I could finish. Oh, I got Superboy. I got more guys done than I thought I did. Let's find. Okay, here we go. Starfire's an easy one. I want to raise her crit. We could do that with 15,000. So something that's fairly inexpensive, but still hits the mark, and making sure that you're getting that one upgrade you need to get the currency. So if you gotta put some things on the back burner, move some things around, don't be afraid to do that. Everything else you should just do through normal gameplay progression. Your season missions, again, most of this is just through gameplay, Elseworld, collecting dispatches. This is the one I forget sometimes, is hiring the mercenaries. I won't be forgetting that because I've hit a pretty good wall and I'm going to need some help. But the rest of it you'll get just through normal gameplay. So, and then if you don't get the Joker, obviously you'll be out on some of these, but that's life. So the other cool thing is you don't have to spend right away. You can be patient. The store's here for 16 days. The Joker banner is here for 13 more. So you can finish off the banner completely before you have to spend any money to give yourself, to just to make sure, take it as far as you can to the last day. And then if you're not getting the Joker, you know, once his banner's gone and you know you're not getting him, and then you go back in the store and kind of make your adjustments on where you're going to spend your money. Because if you get the Joker, you want to get the Joker banners first, because that enables you to at least get him to rank 8, get a badge on him, get his badge going at 6, and then get an artifact on him. And you know, you want to make sure you're doing that. So you at least want to get him to 8. So if you do get a copy, make sure you're buying the Joker stuff, because you want to get him to 8. But if you don't, here's what I'm going to do. And this is kind of what I'm thinking here. So this store, I can already get 20 super encrypted tokens. Of course, I'm not going to do that yet. I may have to buy, you know, here pretty quick, because let's 5 a day at 25 means I have 5 days worth. 13 days more to go. So I may run out of super encrypted tokens before I get him, which again, you know, is what it is. It's free to play. You know, we live on that, at that line. If you're not going to outright skip a guy, like I could outright skip him and just get those 20 and then get the other ones in the gold store and have 50 for the next legendary, which is something to think about too. You know, you don't have to pull for him. I know there's this pressure and everything that says, oh, you have to pull in the banner, you have to get him, he's so awesome. And a lot of times not pulling on guys isn't your opinion that he's awesome or not. It's just, do I have the resources, and do I, you know, am I going to get him? Do I want to waste resources if I'm not going to hit pity? You know, is it worth going completely dry? Because let's be honest, as free to play, where else are you getting super encrypted tokens? We don't get them in the security plan. You got to pay for that. You know, if you look at that security plan, we don't get it. You have to pay for that privilege. So you're not getting it there. Occasionally they do the events, but those are occasionally at best. As you can see, we don't got anything going on right now that's going to help you. No events or anything that's helping you right now. And then, you know, system recovery. But hey, there's walls to hit here, right? You know, so if you get a couple a week, maybe you can get 2 or 3, 4 a month. But other than that, you can't. You can buy one for 600 diamonds, but 600 diamonds every day gets expensive. You know, I don't do this, and look where my diamonds are at. I'm not exactly swimming in them, you know. So as a free to play, it's tough. You got to make a decision whether you go for them or not. I think I'm going to continue to pull for at least the 5 days, and then I'll have to make a decision from there whether or not, you know, I just got to live life without Joker. And if I do make that decision, then we'll definitely be looking for Zod for me. Zod will be the big one. I want to get him to 10. I can get 20 here, or 10 here, I'm sorry. You can get 10 here, you get 1. And then over here you can get another 15. You can get 1 5 and 1 10. So 25 total. That would help me out a lot. Again, not a lot of places to get Zod. I'm at 68, so 25 more would be 78, 88, 93. Hey, the year I graduated. So I'm looking at 93. That gets me closer, you know. I get 40 a month for 8th metal. So that would mean within a month or so. And then the ones I can buy in the store down here. And come on, there you go. At the Elite Arena, which of course only once a month. I could have him in a month if I go that route, and that's probably the route I will go if I don't get Joker. I want to make sure I'm getting, you know, that Zod to 10's a great character, and definitely want to, you know, you want him at great at 10. Some of the other things, obviously Firestorm in here, those are pretty expensive for a 20 spot, but hey, you know, it's 20, it's halfway there. I may even mess around with the Cheshire if I have enough. I'd love to get that. I just got her to 7. I want to get her to 10 as soon as possible. And so that's kind of what I'm focused on here, just recouping my super encrypted tokens, and then Zod are going to be my 2 main. But if you don't have Zod and you got Firestorm, definitely, you know, thing. If you want to stock up on encrypted tokens, you can do that as well. And of course, Innitrons are always tough, you know, so to grab 10 of those is never a bad thing either. So in the rare pawn shop, same thing. It's get this done. So there's your 300, and then I can actually already buy these three, these five, and do Zod. So I won't, because just in case I pop off Joker, I want to get Joker. But I've already got enough for that, and then in this store, I like these purples a lot. They're hard to come by free to play. You know, you try to stay on top of your team ups as much as you can, but it's still kind of a trickle. So I like to jump in here if I can. Obviously, if you got Firestorm or Killer Frost, you got good things here, and then I would try to get some Enitrons as well. You know, but this is kind of rare. You're not going to get enough to get everything free to play. So my main focus will be this and then Zod. So for me, I look at the event this way. Would I like Joker? Sure, it'd be awesome. But you know what? This is a means to an end, and it's going to help me get my man Zod here sitting on the couch that much closer to level 10. And you got to also think, will the Joker help you in the story, especially as free to play? Because we're probably still going through the story, right? We haven't finished it yet. We're not, you know, we haven't, you know, we're still working on Evil Falls. You know, we're not at level 40. We're still in the 20s. You know, does the Joker help in Evil Falls at all? Is he going to help you in Crisis Watch at all? You know, those are some of the things you have to weigh as you decide whether or not the Joker's worth your investment, or whether or not you want to go broke for the Joker, or how bad you should feel if you don't get the Joker. You know, if you don't get the Joker, it's not the end. There's a lot of things you can do that the Joker probably isn't helping you in. So don't feel bad. Manage that store based on what your roster is, and get after it and keep having fun. So I'm going to call the video there. I just wanted to go over it because, you know, it's easy to get caught up in seeing everyone else get it, and it's awesome, and I love it, you know, and I loved especially that triple pull I seen on Discord. That was so awesome. I mean, could you just imagine? I had a double pull on the Bride and thought that was fantastic. I couldn't imagine a triple. So, but I'm just saying, if you don't get them, or if you can't get them, it's cool. It's all right. You know, it's not the end of the world. I didn't get Swamp Thing, and the game's still going. You know, you just hit the walls and you adapt, and you make adjustments, and you keep going. So definitely mind that store. Make sure you're still getting your currency, even if you know you're not getting them. You know, and get as much as the currency as you can. If you're not going to pull for them, you won't get that currency, but that's okay. Just get as much as you can, get in that store, and then just improve your roster the best you can, and use this event as a means to an end. And don't worry if you don't get the Joker or not. So, alrighty, guys, I'm out of here. Best of luck to you. Some of you have definitely used it up already, and that's awesome. And to the rest of us, I hope you get them if you're going for them. And if not, I hope you get whatever you're looking for, and getting that roster going. So, all right, guys, I'm out of here. See you in the next one. Take care, everyone.